Hello, welcome to another unboxing video this time of the Airfix 1/72 scale Spitfire, the classic starter kit. As usual, we'll go around the outside of the box and then we'll open it up, have a look at the inside and have a look at the sprues. If you stay tuned for a little bit, because I have made this model a fair few times, so I've actually got a review shortly afterwards. Stay tuned for that video. Right, outside the box. Now this is a starter kit version, so do have. So this one does come in with acrylic, the acrylic paint, using the gamut. There we go. Paintbrush and cement, otherwise known as glue. Nice artwork on the front, as per usual. Mid battle Britain combat with what looks like Junkers 88s. Well, being Spitfire flying in the middle of them, not shooting any down yet. Around the outside of this box, warnings, ton. Artwork on the side again, still 1/72 scale. A very brief bit about the Spitfire there. 36 pieces, DWK. Nice side art, and skill level 1. So this is good for beginners, fairly good. And 1 flying hours for those that collect those. And the other end, same. The back, however, is different, because this is where you have your paint guide. Top, sides, and under view. The basic 4 kits: dark earth, dark green, black, and beige, or sky colour. Number 13 group and number 610 squadron for DWK here. Normally you have like yellow spinners and stuff, but you'll see in the starter kit everything is just those four paint pots, so none of the interior grey-green colour on this one. Though naturally if you've got that, use that instead. Right, let's open them up. A little jump cut. There we go, so upside down, but we got the instructions and what feels like the decals hiding right there. Not a lot of decals in this one. We'll have a look at those later. The paintbrush. And the baggie with the Spitfire in it. No paint. This one was open, so I'm guessing the paint and the glue have fallen out at some point. But yeah, it would come with a little bag with the 4 paints, the little pot of glue. It's a little like squeezy tube. I'll get the. Yeah, it's this style of paint pot, so I wouldn't recommend using that to. For all you beginners, I would not recommend taking the cap off and gluing the sides of the model together. What I'd do is put double glue onto cardboard and use the base of the paintbrush to put it in the glue and then go along the edges of the model. It saves getting your fingers all gluey and you've got finger marks wherever the model. So, okay. Have a look at the sprue. Oop, the decals are flying everywhere. Put those away. And a little jump cut as I open up the bag because it's all sealed up. So, first one, the little baggie with the canopy, the clear plastic. Quite literally just the canopy on that. First sprue, the wings, and the pilot upside down. So, detail is nice. Panel lines are a little deep, and there is an issue. Yeah, you focused. There's an issue with this it's a landing gear indicator. When it's up, the landing gear is down. Just a little clue for the pilot. Doesn't affect this kit so much, but some of the non-starter kit versions, there's a decal that runs right along here and down there. That little nub gets right in the way. So it doesn't, the decals never sit properly and they silver up. Good. A bit of the cockpit, the tail. Clearly see like the faint like raised lines because the control surfaces were fabric covered on quite a lot of Spitfires. I can't remember when it eventually swapped to metal control surfaces. Oxygen tanks, the wheels in the up position, tail wheel just sticks out regardless, and the radiator. And the side, not a lot. Get the foot pedals to work the rudder. Little bit of detail for the undercarriage when you see them through that. The holes for the machine guns, no machine guns, but make out the 8 that where they were lined up. P-tail tube, there it is, P-tail tube. 9 times out of 10 I tend to forget to glue that one on because it's the last thing I ever put on. And the pilot. How much of a jelly baby's the pilot? You're not going to focus. There, focused. Yeah, it kind of looks like a jelly baby. Okie dokie. That's sprue 1. Sprue 2. Or sprue 3, depending if you count the clear plastic. So we've got the headrest and the instrument panel. Landing gear down. A little bit of flash. I tend to have quite a bit of Spitfires with flash on that one landing gear leg. Tyres are nicely moulded and they are weighted as well, as you can make up by the line just where there. Conveniently, the holes there are oval shaped. I think we see it on the other side here more clearly. The little pegs are oval shaped, so they will sit in that one position. The propeller seat with a little bit of flash on. And the cockpit, which is nicely detailed. Just enough to stand out. And you do have a ejection pin mark there. It's a little bit naughty, that's hiding there. You've got another one hiding there, but you don't tend to see that far back. You can just see the opposite one there as well. Okay, we'll flip him over. Again, nice panel lines. Yeah, nice panel lines. All the like rivet screw holes. There you go. You can just make out the ovals in the wheels. There we go. Didn't point this out the first time around, but you do have on the gun sight just there as well. So nice little kit. So I made a few of these. They go together really well. Yeah, do a bit more of the review bit. So instructions. There you go. Small jump cuts. With the there you go. The instructions. A small brief history. Warnings. Not suitable for children under 8 years old. For use under adult supervision. Read instructions before use. Follow them and keep them for reference. Oh, well, there's the rest of the usual warnings I tend to see on the front page of Airfix. Instructions. What everything means. There you go, putting the seat together. So you've got a mixture of, okay, so dark green even, beg your pardon. 30 dark green and 33 black. Normally would be 78. Grey green. Propeller. That's just telling you how to line up those two pieces. Make all the cockpit, put the pilot in if you wish. Remember the decal for the instruments. Put the cockpit in, and they kindly show you how the cockpit should line up on the one side before gluing everything together. If you want spinny propeller, make sure you, put it in there, glue that on the end, probably then take it out, let it dry fully, and then put it back in and then glue the whole thing together. Put the wings together, exhaust, tail, canopy on. Paint the inner side, put the wing black. To be honest, doesn't make any difference. You don't see that far into the gun bays. Air intake, radiator, oil cooler, peat-hole. Option landing gear up or down. Same size. I think that's a landing light. Hot slots in just there. Put the wheels on and the front part of the air intake. And tonight I tend to leave it off to the end as well, so it doesn't break off as I make the model. Just the same size. The positioning of the landing gear, they don't tend to sit in that well, especially the one with the flash. You have to cut away at it and it doesn't tend to sit properly afterwards, but just have to endure. And then that's it. So yeah, nice little kit. Great for beginners. The one thing I would say is him. I've had quite a lot of problems trying to get that in. To the point where I have to cut away quite a bit. Cut away, sand away, to get everything to fit in properly. But it does eventually sit in, and you eventually get semi-decent cockpit. I thought this thing, didn't realise it was this dusty, sorry. But yeah, that's the same kit. That's the same kit, but that is the regular model kit version, not the starter kit. So, but it's the same model at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a very nice kit overall. It is used for, let's get the box back in. It is used for both the Mk1a variant, the pre-war Mk1 variant, the Mark II, and the Mk5a with the machine guns. The one kit does all. With the Mk5 II and pre-war Mk1s, there is an additional 2 sprues. They swap out that sprue for one with 2 cockpits, one with the distinctive bulge, and another one that's more flatter across the top. And an additional sprue which has different oil cooler, different propeller, has both a different 3 spinner and a 3-bladed and 2-bladed props. A little starter motor bit that just sticks out the side there. But that's about it for the difference between the 1, 1A, 2 and 5. Sorry, small jump cut. I decided to have a coughing fit just then. Yep, great little model. Everybody should have one and make one, because it is generally just a really nice model of the Mark 1. Stay tuned for the review. I'll have that one out next, and then say if you like it, if you like the video, like, any suggestions, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.